Boom and T1. This is a spicy matchup, and I think crazily enough, the two teams we see here in the winner bracket final. I was even earlier on, I was seeing him like he didn't even want to maybe dodge it because he was worried about a cookie as well hitting him. Oh, he baits it down the mid lane, but no, he gets the John away. There we go. As soon as phase shift goes on cooldown, he's like, I'm going to go aggressive now. I'm going to run it. You use phase shift, and top lane, there's first blood. It's going to be on the disruptor. The Metamorph being committed with the Shadow Demon.
I actually, I'll be real, I had no idea how Shadow Demon really worked until recently, but it's, because I never play support, right? I was like, oh, it turns out you need like the 5 stacks, and then you do so much damage with the...
Oh, we're seeing it top now. He's got 4 stacks. It's not quite enough, but it's going to let the kill go to Gabby. So Gabby gets himself a kill in the top lane. This lane is working wonders for T1.
So he's just like happy farming. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to farm. I'm going to get my travels, and then I'm going to start moving. I'm going to start doing things. Puck probably feeling maybe a little bit more pressured in that sense.
Bottom, Cuckoo could be in some trouble. Gets Sprout blocked in. With the Yopaj rotation on the Snapfire, they've still got a Scatter Blast, so Cuckoo is going to get eaten alive by the shotgun. Nice rotation from Yopaj.
Yeah. Oh, and now Yopaj is going to TV straight off.
Yeah. They were looking for more. They've got the kisses too. The banish was used, but they're going on Gabby. Gabby's trying to run, but he needs the Sunder target. He hasn't even leveled the Sunder yet. He jukes into the trees. One more kiss will hit him, but he's not going to go down. The magic stick charges was just enough. Instead, they lose the Shadow Demon and possibly the Mirana as well. So a great rotation from Yopaj. Gets both supports. Fortunately for T1, they keep Gabby alive on the Terror Blade.
You gotta feel kind of bad about this one. I mean, Carl's the one getting the power rune, and Yopaj is still actually being more active than him.
Yeah.
I guess
wants to make sure they get the next.
So much. Yeah.
8-minute rune coming up. Yopaj cookies forward and bottles himself an Invis rune. Nicely played, but now he's being called up. He's going to break it instantly. Have they got any detection for this one? Drops a sentry. And Carl going to actually join himself forward. The glimpse going onto the support there as he finishes off Yopaj. Nicely done by T1 to get that kill. Doesn't look like it's going to be particularly easy, and they've even rotated Gabby mid, so if they can find some kills or win a fight around here, they've got the Metamorphosis to push and take a tower. Instead, they're going to find Jackie. Wraith King gets banished up, the arrow going to fall up. He has leveled up Reincarnation now, and the TP's coming to the outpost, so they are going to look to make sure they defend him. And with the Disrupted TP into a Static Storm, both these T1 supports are in a world of hurt. TPing in also was Yopaj with the Boots of Travel, and now Cuckoo, he's going to find a way out. Not the outcome they were perhaps hoping for, but T1 keeping this game at least somewhat even in terms of overall farm. They're behind perhaps where it counts, which is the Terrorblade against Wraith King. And Terrorblade, speaking of which, has been caught by a glimpse. Gets pulled back into arena. The spear going to go as well as the Static Storm, and Yopaj is there with the TP in. Cuckoo could be next. He's being hit by the Mortimer's Kisses. Full retreat as the Sprout going to lock him in place as well. One more kiss is not going to clip him. The spear is just out of range. Cuckoo glimpse back though. That's going to surely be the death of him. He's got no blink dagger, no mobility, and boom, finding kills wherever they go. Right now, boom not set up to defend this with 5 heroes, but they could very quickly TP in.
This was a nice play by T1. They are bringing in Gabby to make a move.
They're not done. T1, they get the blink in onto FBZ's Mars. He goes down. Carl even committing the Dream Call. They just want to make sure they get this T1 tower with the Metamorphosis being committed and Gabby having a BKB on his TP. They should be able to get it. And the nice jewel in the backlines. Cuckoo has found one more. Another winner for him. Glimpse back could perhaps punish him, but the disruption save from Whitemont is there, and Gabby now ready to help him out as they go looking for more with Carl's Puck on the front lines, but they haven't got the control without the Dream Coil, so.
Gabby is going to be able to like use his meta and start hitting, but I think if LC and Shadow Demon are dead, his fight becomes a lot harder, and then it just becomes a game of kiting on Boom.
Here we go, both teams smoked up, and it's going to be the Puck who gets instantly blink, stunned, and speared. That's a dead Puck. He couldn't get the phase shift off in time, and now the kisses come raining down onto Cuckoo. 2 dead on the T1 side, right out of the pause. Boom, they strike fast, they strike hard, but they will lose the Disruptor in the process as Gabby's Terrorblade on the front line still has a BKB to play around. He may be looking to fight with this, but Metamorphosis was committed. He's being rooted up now, has to BKB just to stop himself getting stunned up. And Jackie, he's got no Reincarnation. He's in trouble. The TP's on top of him with a Reflect. The cookie down to the low ground, but he's hard committed. Gabby needs to find a Sunder target. If he's not careful, he could be in some trouble here, but looks like he's going to just get himself out of there. Whitemon Shadow Demon getting low as Gabby goes charging forward, gets the Sunder off to start things off on a Tim's, and the right click with the Metamorph follows it up to get the kill. Yopaj could be next if he's not careful. He illusion runes, but still gets clipped by the arrow. Oh, Zephyr was there waiting for him and nailed him with that arrow. The sniper in the jungle, and it's T1 who come out on top.
They're actually smoking up when Wraith King doesn't have his BKB finished, which is a little scary.
I don't want to waste any time. They want to fight now. Legion Commander, though, just finished off his Ag Shard, so there's that extra layer of save to play around. Blink in from the Mars. He didn't connect with the Spear on anyone, though, so at this point, Boom kind of revealed their position. The arrow, I think it landed. It hit Jackboy, so he's in a bit of trouble, but does have the double lives to play around. We'll get back to a little bit of safety here as the arena just being used to deter any further chase here, but they've coiled up too, which means a dead Skem, and they've taken out the first life of the Wraith King as well. The arrow finds him on the respawn, so Jackie is done for with the Cuckoo, with the dual snipe as well, just to make sure he gets some bonus damage along the way. Disruption's there to find Yopaj as well, and there's no TP out for him, so T1 have just found all the kills they need, set themselves up for a free Roche. Definitely one of the maybe downsides of the hero at times, and for Boom, yeah, we're maybe just seeing that.
They're just going to have to try and pressure them out the best they can while this Aegis is up.
Definitely a big part of it does just seem like the matchup issue where they picked this Wraith King into TB, partly because there maybe just weren't any great carry options left, but all that thought is down bottom. Puck, Carl actually gets sunned up. The Static Storm follows him, and he's going to go down here. Got a bit greedy going for the kill on Tim's. Cuckoo is coming in with the Moonlight Shadow, and he's looking for Tim's here. May find him in just a second. Cuckoo has the jewel, and he's going to go for it. We'll bring down the Nature's Prophet, but White One once more. Ooh! Almost had the disruption. Ends up accidentally disrupting himself there, but he was so close to catching Jackie. So they do have to address this top lane that's constantly being pushed in by Nature's Prophet Treants and the Mars as well, clearing out waves. So they'll get the bottom tier 2 tower, but looks like they're going to be forced to come top to defend. But they want kills up here as well. Carl shows himself on the way, but Cuckoo is in the trees. May find a kill here. Puck goes in forward, gets caught in the Static Storm, but the Spear pushes him out. Oh, and he also gets bailed out by the nice press the attack, giving him that temporarily magic immunity. Gets rooted by the Nature's Prophet. That Aghanim Scepter causing some, issues chasing, but it's not really offering any kill threat as T1 do a great job baiting Carl and bailing him out, knowing that the Legion Commander was going to be able to save him with the shard. Arrow is going to land on Jackie here, but he's being ignored. Smoke behind.
Just cut the wave.
Boom. They're making a move. They want the back line, but Cuckoo scouts it out on the Legion Commander, and now instead it's going to be FBZ catching out the Mirana. And it looks like that will be a dead Zephyr here, but he pops the pipe. He's surviving a bit longer, almost gets another leap out of there. He will end up going down, but the TB just took melee racks. Nothing defending top, and boom. They may have killed the Mirana, but they lost Skem in the process. And
it seems really hard for them to take fights on Boom, like up front like that, when they kind of push into them with the Aegis. I mean, you kind of just have to let it go.
I mean, hold that thought, bottom lane. Carl, we've seen this one before. It's the Puck. Carl getting a little bit too over-eager with some of his aggressive farming. And I was like, what's Mars doing with the Philosopher's Stone? These greedy core players.
I do respect FBZ going Yules on Mars this game. I think it's really helped them kill the Puck. Really nice idea.
Yep. Well, speaking of that Puck, they found Skem, and Skem knows it. He was just throwing his life to D-Ward, but they're not done. They've also caught FBZ here, and without a BKB, another dual kill going the way of T1. Cuckoo up to plus 140 now. Oh boy.
It might just be the fact that, I mean, like, they picked it seeing the mid matchup, right? I mean, the fight's about to break out. I'm kind of,
yeah. Don't worry. You got some time. You got some time.
Oh, I'm scared.
Both. They want to contest this. Roshan. Puck finds the backline support, so gets the Droom Coil out onto one. It didn't hit the Disruptor and the Yule Scepter, and he's going to be in the Static Storm himself. Gets bursted down on the Shadow Demon. They've killed off the support. Both sides trying to see what they can find here as the Wraith King's lost his first life, and that TB just eats him alive with the dual kill as well. Going Cuckoo's way, plus 170 now. It looks like T1 aren't done.
And when those start happening, it kind of slowed down Boom's momentum, and this whole time, Gabby was just power farming.
Yeah. And Gabby has become the big late game problem here. Static Storm comes out, but Puck blinks his way out of that one from the phase shift, so looks like T1 with the dead Wraith King are going to get themselves a second lane of racks without much of a fight.
Yeah, I just felt like when TB got his BKB, Snapfire no longer really outputs damage onto him, and with the amount of save they have, it felt like they had no real way to deal with it.
Gabby just sitting on the high ground. Meanwhile, Yopaj, yeah, he's, well, caught in the back lines. Completely in no man's land, getting tipped up here as Carl tries to finish off the Wraith King on his first life. Unsuccessful, but is just having a flawless game on this Terrorblade, it feels like. Mega creeps have picked up, and it just doesn't feel like there's much Boom can do anymore.
Oh, Gabby's so strong.
Well, if there were any doubts about the the T1 pickup, bringing Gabby into the team. I think he's answered a few of them today with his TP as well as yesterday with his PA, but his work's not done here. He's going to fight and deal with Jackie once more. The two new carry players juking it out here in the mid lane, and boom, Esports will be bested in game number 1. They GG out of this. As T1, they strike first, Sheepo, and it was pretty convincing in the end in some ways. Like, the early game was looking good for Boom with some of their early aggression, particularly around the early game power of the Snapfire, but once T1, you kind of mentioned the BKB timing of TB, it felt like they didn't have a good answer for BKBs. I like T1's draft, but I'm secretly kind of hoping for a game 3. I want to see Boom bounce back.
I love Boom. I'd love to see Boom win. Let's go, Boom. Always just gonna be nice there, but like they've hit level 2 now. So I would watch right now. They're gonna go.
Yeah, they're instantly jumping on Kuku, who's still level 1. And with the bug on him, a couple more right clicks. Jackie has a dagger in a second, and that's first blood going his way. You called it, Sheepo. The second they hit 2, they jump.
Like in the sort of Bane, Shadow Demon, and Mirana thing, it's so easy for them to just go around and kill people. This game is a little bit harder. They can still bring supports mid for like these power runes. I think they'll be a big point. Like Yopaj is really gonna want these runes this game.
Yep. They've gone in again onto Kuku. They're looking for this kill once more. They get rid of the bug, but that's not going to be enough as another kill goes the way of Jackie.
That's just the lane. What can you do?
Yep. It seems every single time we see this lane, they're just getting kill after kill. 3 now to Jackie's name. This is how the lane is kind of just goes. There is comeback potential, right, for Kuku and for T1 with the Beastmaster. Or no, maybe not if he instantly dies. Yeah. Oh no. Say it ain't so. One more dagger. Is it going to be enough? Ooh, he barely lives. Seems he wants it. He's going to Shikuchi in. He breaks the salve. He's willing to die for it. He knows Kuku has no TP, and he may not even die. He may want to die because... Okay, it's just going to TP back to base. Wow.
And he's so good at coming back from that. A lot of the times I see him just kind of play back and like farm like the hard camp in your triangle and try and recover there. Oh, he's dead again. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, Kuku. Oh no.
Oh, and Gabby dies. Top. While that was going on, that's a bigger kill, really. Yopaj with the rotation on the Queen of Pain. This is bullying at this point.
His swarm was on a 3-second cooldown, and that is the only reason you're alive, Kuku.
Gabby could be in some trouble top. They're going for the Rolling Thunder, but they're going to find a bit of an easier target to bring down in White Monster Disruptor. FBC finds the nice little pillar to bounce off, and will get their 8th kill on the Boom Esports side. Well... You know, I like T1's draft, but this is not a good landing stage for them. Definitely a bit concerning. They're going to rotate in Carl on the Kunkka, but he instantly gets nightmared up. Snapfire's there maybe to help guarantee that this torrent lands. They're going to throw out the Goji, but well, that's just the Bane. Boom will happily give up the Bane, and FBZ's still hunting. He wants Gabby. He may be able to finish off the Void. He's got no time walk. It's level 1. If he gets one more right click off, luckily the time dilation slow is going to stop that from happening, and Tim's with the Shikuchi doesn't find it, but Yopaj rocks up to the party with an Arcane Rune. Quap gets another kill, and they may get more. They know Zephyr's up here, I believe. They want this tower. They want these kills, and they're going to probably get both. And Zephyr was going to do what damage he can. But, oh boy, is this going poorly for them.
Wow, this is such a dominating game.
They sniffed it out, and unfortunately for T1, that gank does not work out for them.
Oh, they're contesting the Ancient Stack.
Yeah. Oh no, they got to get this if you're T1. You cannot afford to lose this. Skem's got a nice grip onto Whitemon. Does end up getting cancelled though. Then the Static Storm gets dropped as well. Kuku's now rotating in. He's holding onto his Roar for now, but with FBZ showing up with the Rolling Thunder, they could be in some trouble. Holds onto the Rolling Thunder for now, as both teams trade supports, but the Ancient Stack is the big juicy prize. Whoever gets to control this area and win this team fight. And right now that's looking like it's going to be Boom. Does come out to lane now, but there's a Weaver there positioned to maybe defend this tower, but backup is coming. Gabby on his Void is making his way down this bottom lane. Thinking that maybe they want to even try to take a fight down here.
That's good. Bring bodies. That's kind of how you get a Jackal top. Oh, Skim.
Yeah. Poor Bane. Will end up going down. Gets the tips as well. Now bottom lane. It looks like a fight could be brewing here. The Chronosphere with the kisses. Doing some good damage. FBZ gets the swashbuckle away, but won't survive through it all. 2 dead on the Boom side, but showing up is Jackie on the PA. He's ready to fight even without a BKB. Needs to be careful. The damage is a lot, but he gets out of the Ghost Ship. Nice Phantom Strike. Gets him past for safety, and Yopaj on the Quap. Sonic Wave on through. Does some good damage to secure the kills as Tim's time-lapse to heal himself back up. It has been X, so he could be in some trouble here if he's not careful. Gabby gets forced to Time Walker's way as the pig pole gets used by Carl on the Kunkka to try and escape. Yopaj still fairly healthy here, but the time dilation causing him some problems, and as a result, Tim's is going to end up going down here. Boom. Not quite able to hard commit to this fight, and it's not non-existent. They've got the Kunkka boat still, but it's a bit lacking, and Roshan's already dropped, so. But is there a point where you feel like this game is going to swing back T1's way as they drag it out a bit?
Yeah, like you talked about, they have so much BKB piercing stuff. This game is the kind of game where it can always be won. Oh, yeah,
this could be the fight where it starts to become one. Skem walks into everybody there, but the Sonic Wave from the high ground with the Rolling Thunder. Now a Ghost Ship turner on the Torrent. It could be too much. Boom, Esports get eaten alive by it initially, but the PA BKB going charging forward. Eats the Void alive. He couldn't find a good Chronosphere, and Carl now all alone. Tries to Shadow Blade himself out of there, but the damage is too much. That's the PA's first BKB. Having the full 9 seconds proved to be more than enough. The potential is definitely there if they're the ones getting the jump and getting their spells off. But outlook is still a bit grim for the time being. Looking in his scam. They find. Whoa! Cancelled his own Fiend script there. I think knowing it was about to get cancelled by the Centaur, and Carl just eats up the Bane with his BKB. Looking for a new target. Nice Chronosphere on a 2. The Ghost Ship follow-up, and they've got the Pangolier. Rolling Thunder or not, the Chronosphere is going to lock you down. Jackie comes into the fight on the PA. He's committed his BKB for this one, but he hasn't got the damage to deal with Carl, I don't think. And that Silver Edge is something he's got to respect as well. Will quickly lose all his evasion if he's not careful. Jackie comes back in with the glimpse back, but it looks like both teams with a 2-for-2 are looking to see whether or not they can re-engage. Tim's going to time-lapse himself, and also get a nice Atos out onto Gabby. The cookie away. Gabby gets low, and he dies to the Sonic Wave. Oh, the crit. I think the crit actually killed him before the Sonic Wave. He didn't even get hit by the Sonic Wave.
Yeah, he got crit to death. Oh my gosh.
He's like, I just want to take that +2 strength. You know, that's going to make the difference is what he's thinking, but.
Like BKB reaction, he even saved that. He actually just was like, oh yeah, I'm strong. I have Aegis. You show your face to me. I don't care if you're 5 heroes. I'm just going to jump instantly into you.
Yeah. Just jumped on the Void, forced a time walk away, tanked the Static Storm without BKBing. We'll get pulled back in here. He may lose his Aegis without much in exchange, but he's managed to blink in aggressively once again with the Satanic. Doesn't lifesteal all too much. Gets brought low and actually finished off by Zephyr, so they've taken out the Aegis now. They will have that Chronosphere now to deal with the BKB as well as the Roar, but on the backline, just the Queen of Pain, Yopaj, jumping in, perhaps a little bit too deep. He's Chronosphered underneath the tier 4 towers. Ghost Ship follow-up is there as well, but the grip onto the Faceless Void. The Queen of Pain does still go down here, but Jackie on the PA looking to clean things up here, and without Aurora or Chronosphere, they just don't have the control to address the PA. They glimpse her back, though. Perhaps with this, she's going to be too far in alone. The Scatterblast stun hitting her up as well with the Torrent, but here comes FBZ to perhaps save the day, or at least save the PA. They know they need to get him out alive here with the Satanic. Jackie still healing himself back up. Fan of Knives doing a bit of damage as well, but he's being broken once more by the Silver Edge. Rolling Thunder comes to an end, and now it's full retreat for Jackie, but he gets glimpsed back into a Static Storm. Now he's in some trouble if there's any damage. Gabby's trying to find him, gets the time dilation slow. Scatterblast not going to come out as Zephyr gets stunned up. Nice play from Jackie to Phantom Strike away from the Scatterblast, but another glimpse back. He needs his BKB. He hasn't got it. Instead, he's got maybe a Satanic to heal his way through it. He's going to turn and look to fight his way out of this one. They just don't have an answer for Jackie. They try as hard as they may. They just can't kill this PA. BKB or not. Jackie survives through it all. He gets the tips from his teams. They use like 10 different stuns. And
Yopaj died like 2 minutes ago. I mean, at least a minute ago under the Ancient. Way too much of a dive from him. And here comes Jackie anyway. This is, I think, last DPC season was really just the story of like, man, like I wish Tino would really pull a hard weight like when Yopaj had a bad game. And Jackie's showing that he can easily do it. Big turnaround from game 1.
And they're looking for that killing blow now, going for the tier 4 towers, going for the throw. No GG call yet from T1. They've got the buyback on the Void. One last hurrah. They go in with the Scatterblast into Cookie Stun onto the PA, but I don't know if they've got the damage to this one. Not when PA has a BKB still that he's holding on to. Cuckoo survives a little bit longer with a Ghost Scepter, but it's not really going to be enough. Gabby's going to be forced to time walk out of this, and the dagger kills Whitemon in his own fountain. GG is called. Game 3, here we come.
What a great showing. What a great showing. Boom, fight back. They do not look like they had just stopped from game 1 at all. It was,
Yeah.
oh, every lane went so well. I really think that Boom did a good job of like shutting down the Wraithing Pig, but now T1 have just completely flexed it, and it's something they've done in the past, and I think should have been expected. My gosh, we're gonna get a fight. Oh.
5v5 smoking. Lion leads away. There's that rain of fire tickling
Cuckoo,
T1,
no.
but Cuckoo, yeah, goes down to YoPaj of all heroes. The Kunkka gets the kill.
Jackie's not unkillable lifestealer. It's a pretty hard game, I would say. The Razor, at least. You also have, obviously, Lasso can pierce your rage, which means that you are actually a threat. You can't go wherever you want on the map.
Top lane, they're going on Tim's. Lassoing him down, linking him down. He gets very low. Gabby needs the last right click. He will die for it, though. FBZ gets the kill and the solo XP onto Gabby's Razor. Yeah, they're very reliant on Carl this game when it comes to dealing with the Wyvern, as far as not just having physical damage goes. Mid lane, YoPaj gets low here. He's got 21 charges. He's probably going to have to chew his way through them, but Carl still has a second left on this Firefly, and he will get the kill. This is a lot of the bat mid matchups.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Jackie's pretty happy. He's top of the net worth. His the creep wave is like in front of his tower. He's farming pretty.
Mid lane.
FBZ's like,
YoPaj, another solo kill.
oh, I didn't even notice. He's up so far. How is he on the other side of the river?
Definitely. It sounds like the goal is to be as light as possible while you hop in your team's backpack and they carry you, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, pretty
Just
much.
don't feed too hard. Top lane, they're not done with FBZ. They make another move to come and kill him. The response from Boom was sort of coming with the TP in from Skem, but it was too late, as well as too little. The Nightmare, though, onto Whitemon's Lion, as well as the X back here. They want to try and bring him down, and it looks like they will leave the Lion to the Wolves here, but Gabby himself is being gripped up by the Bane. Skem doesn't have any follow-up damage, and with the Batrider showing up as well, they've got a lasso, but they don't even need it for the Bane kill, it looks like. Carl actually struggling to finish him off. Will need another Flame Break or at least a bit more damage. Has the Firefly instead. He goes jumping forward with the Tumblr Toy. Gets Skem as well as Tim's. They are just eating Boom Esports alive here in the top lane. Missing the Pit of Malice onto the Batrider as well. Carl sets up another kill onto YoPaj. Perfectly played with the Mirana in the trees, who's going to TP out. T1 crushing it here so far in the early game.
They're running instantly top with T1, which is the smart response. You just saw it, 3 heroes reacted to bot lane, so you try and take advantage of that. But I think they're going to back off when they realize that, you know, Boom on bad. They've also run out top.
He vaults in, but instantly gets cursed up. Nice response from Tim's Wyvern to help YoPaj out. Ghost Ship going to come flying through, but Carl manages to get away from that one. Throws out a Flame Break with a Finger of Death onto FBZ, but he tanks his way through it. And with the Fiend's Grip coming out onto Zephyr's Mirana, the damage may be too much for him, but Mirana goes leaping forward. Wants the FBZ kill and will get it. Plus the YoPaj death. They're absolutely destroying them. Gabby finishes off Tim's as well, and that's 3 dead on the Boom Esports side. About to be 4 with Skem. Chase down as well. Only Jackie's lifestealer left standing. What a disaster for Boom Esports here.
Yeah, this seems like something they might have scrimmed with maybe, but they definitely did not play it in the DPC.
Smoke to the mid, and they found FBZ once again. This poor Underlord just trying to get some farm. And there's nothing they can do to respond to that.
Either way, there's something with a setup, and they are just finding kills on the map with these 2 supports.
Collapsing on mid. T1 want to finish off this T1 mid. Gabby's got a BKB. Blinking in is Carl's Batrider. Once again gets caught by the Winter's Curse, but the damage may not be there to finish him off. Does get brought low and does end up going down. Ghost Ship comes flying through as well. This is the fight that Boom have perhaps been looking for. They'd love to get more in. They will do so. Cuckoo ends up dying. Doesn't skill the reincarnation, perhaps knowing he was going to die a second time.
Okay.
So a great hold for Boom.
This is like a scary lifestealer. Between the BKB and the Lincolns, I think it's very hard for Boom to stop him. Like, you wanted to use your Wyvern and her ult to kind of control these heroes, but now you can't even do that.
Oh, charging in forward, they smoke up and they look to initiate here. They catch YoPaj, he's going to BKB himself. Carl finds the lasso on the Wyvern. That's the Winter's Curse taken out of the picture. And they want more. Skem's Bane going for a helpless grip onto the Razor, knowing that he's just trying to help his teammates get out of there. They may go for more here. Carl, has he bitten off more than he can chew? He goes right into the Bear's Den as he gets blown up by a Ghost Ship combo. Razor just going to BKB and look to fight his way out of this one, but already half health. Gabby has to just BKB TP out. He gets out just in time. Chase is on. FBZ, the Infest into the Underlord. I love it. Hit a good timing to go fight. They've got this Wraith King BKB. Cuckoo's come online. He's not just an offlaner at this point. He's transitioning into that true game-impacting semi-carry. Tim's in the front line, caught out without any kind of mobility tool. There is no way for him to escape, so he goes down, and that means... Don't imagine Boom Esports want to continue trying to take this fight, but they're being hunted. Carl is fishing, looking for more on the Batrider. Can he find a good target to lasso with the Ghost Ship coming in? That's going to block a good amount of damage here, but Yopaj forced to BKB and go on the back foot here. Teams will buy back to guarantee this fight goes okay, and Gabby, unfortunately for Boom, he just TPs out. They couldn't get Tim's in range for the Winter's Curse, but instead, they may get Cuckoo on the Wraith King here. They throw out the Winter's Curse here to make sure they get his first life. Will they be able to get his second without a BKB? They should be okay to do so. Zephyr just leaps out and leaves Cuckoo to die. In the end, it's just the Wraith King they lose, but considering how the fight started, I think they were hoping for more. They did get a buyback out of Tim's, I guess. Small consolation prize. And if they can kill this Wyvern again, they are scanning in the tree, so I think they have an idea of where Tim's is. Well, they definitely do now when he throws out the Splinter Blast, but elsewhere they've gone in with the Blink Lasso. Batrider starting the fight, and Tim's goes down. They get both supports on the Boom side, and yeah, Boom, I don't think we're ready for that one. Tim's overestimating perhaps how safe he was in this top lane, and FBZ himself, he Dark Rifted up here. He's got no escape, so Gabby just chase him down with the BKB. They're not done. They found one more. They found the Lifesteal. That's a big kill if they can get it, and no escape for him. Yopaj even in trouble himself. He's got the BKB, but he can't TP out. He's being chased down. Have they got the control for him? I think with the movement speed, he might just barely be okay, but no, they flame break him back, and they just dive the high ground. Full team wipe for T1. Absolutely destroying Boom in this fight.
The lasso on Bat, and Boom just kind of have to play so reactively and defensively.
Especially when it's a repositioning tool. Like, repositioning tools in Dota are just so powerful.
Yeah.
Oh. Siege in the mid lane, T1 playing things safe. They do get the Lotus onto the Underlord before the lasso, so that actually sets up a kill on Carl. What a play from FBZ, the fast fingers to react. He self-Lotuses and kills Carl. That was so quick. Both teams will start to probably posture around that, and we'll see who's going to get the better jump or the better kind of position for that potential Roche fight.
That is finally, Carl is finally going Link in his favor.
Well, he's also going to get a nice little jump on the Bane. Skem gets cold embraced, but he gets blown up before he can do anything. Instantly buys back. They've also caught FBZ here, who's not all too tanky, unfortunately. That means no Lotus, no Lincolns that he can put on his Life Sealer, so full retreat here as T1 go charging forward, looking for more. Still T1 getting Roshan here, even though they bought some time here, and Boom's making their way towards the pit. They're going to be there a little bit too late.
Like Spirit vs. Navi, where they had like a bunch of Wind Wakers and stuff, and Lincolnses, and they were all just Lincolns and Wind Wakering each other to like save. I really love watching that type of Dota.
Just keep laying their saves. Cuckoo charging forward. He's got a save of his own just in the form of his ultimate, so he doesn't mind leading the way, but with Gabby's Aegis coming up to the party as well, they're ready to fight on the T1 side, and they've caught the Kunkka, the big fish. Yopaj goes down. That could spell trouble for Boom, who are going to find Gabby knocking at their door soon. Not a team that usually plays on the back foot or looks to kind of turtle it up. They are going to get the X on the Cuckoo, but he just BKBs his way out of there. I think knowing that his teammates were a little bit too far away for his own comfort. But Gabby has rotated on the Razor. They've still got 90 seconds left on this Aegis, so it does seem like T1 want to take a fight, and Gabby's got the perfect line coming in from behind. He gets nightmared up, though. Gets the BKB off, though, as he does get woken up here, and now they're going to take out the Bane support to start things off here. FBZ could be next on the Underlord. He's already used his ultimate, and Yopaj just has to BKB TP his way back home. Tim's Wyvern gets chased down. The Infest heal not enough from Jackie, and now his Infest is on cooldown. No rage for a couple of seconds, but he will be okay. The buybacks will scare T1 off. And they do X back in the Wraith King. They want to force this fight. Jackie's going to be careful. He's so incredibly low. He's actually gone down. He's overcommitted, as is Yopaj. It's a rampage. Gabby just eats them alive, just zapping them with the lightning. Has still got an Aegis, so even if he loses his first life here, he's not afraid to dive the enemy base, and they can smell victory here in this series. It's the Game 3 decider, and they are just taking over this Boom Esports base. Gabby's lost his first life, but he's still got a BKB to play around, and he is going to BKB TP his way out of here. So T1 don't feel like they can seal the deal here in game number 3. Like, we're at 50 minutes in, but this is all T1 all day long right now, and freebie one, I guess. They're smoking. Don't worry. They're fishing with arrows. Just keep throwing arrows. Eventually, you're going to hit a 5-second arrow.
So true.
Lions also. Everyone's just like trying to find a pickoff, and they finally got one. Oh, he gets bailed out by the Lotus Orb. Bane getting low here. He nightmares himself. These flame breaks are just doing too much damage, though. He does end up going down. The Razor on the high ground is trying to get this mid lane of Rax here. Cuckoo did lose his first life on the Wraith King. Had to BKB waddle his way out of the Radiant base. But Jackie in some trouble here. Has to back off for now.
They're about to be down by 50k.
Oh, I love it. We're looking to break some records. I feel like I've definitely seen like 60, 65k gold leads before. Blink Lasso in. Another save coming into play here as Gabby goes charging forward with the Eye of the Storm just zipping and zapping through everyone. But he's getting brought pretty low here. Jackie's trying to fight his way through this one, but he's losing his damage to the static link, and there's too much Gabby damage. Plus 226, plus 300, sorry, after the Enfeeble wears off. He is just right-clicking too damn freaking hard. Buyback on FBZ, but the Lifestealer not so fortunate. Without a buyback on him, this may be the end finally for Boom. 56k gold lead. Cuckoo blinks in, just cleaving through him with the Wraith King. He eats the Bane alive. He wants Yopaj next. Feels like finally they may have finally broken through Boom. They've definitely broken through my ability to talk about this game. Winter's Curse comes out on a Lion, but it doesn't even connect on anything. And surely this is it. Surely, Sheepo. Surely. Don't back off now, T1. Oh, the Splitter Blaster clean, Yopaj! Oh, it's just an Aegis. And Cuckoo's also got himself Reincarnation. they're just giving him some extra kills here. Only Yopaj left standing, and they'll GG out as the team wipe is completed. 65k gold lead in the end at T1. I don't think there was much doubt. They win game 3.
67k, that's a big number. Oh my gosh, dude. Zephyr like slaying FBZ there at the end.